All right, you guys, I just wanted to show you the application of this is really something I was looking at for longer term time frames like daily setups, and it works for that. But I've applied it to shorter time frame for day trading. These are 75 tick bars, so really quick, and I'll show you how quick. 737, 740, 747. So, each couple of bars is a few minutes here. Not Definitely not a long time frame trading method here, but I wanted to show it to you nevertheless. As you can see, these arrows were all generated automatically by the system that I'm using, um, including these down arrows here. Now, an arrow does not necessarily mean a trade, although in most of these situations on this chart, it did. Um, but basically, if you have an arrow and then the high of that bar is broken, an up arrow, if the high of this bar right here is broken, that's really the entry trigger at this point. So, this one high broke, so this would have been an entry. And depending on where you had your stop, you might have been stopped out. But you got another trigger to get in right here, and that you can see the low of that bar never got taken out, and so we had a chance of capturing this entire move up at that point. This is a trade entry right here. And the other thing I'm looking at was so this is a 10-minute chart of the same instrument, and you can see we pulled right in to potential support here. This is the Midas curve, and so that was a good indication of a potential trade right there. And then also looking at volume, support, and resistance levels, and this is the same area right here. And you can see we pulled right into potential support at these magenta high volume areas. So that was another indication that we might get a move up like that. And I just wanted to show you what these are the trades I took. These are taken, this is not market replay. Took them live in the live market. A little bit confusing, so I'm going to explain this. Right here, we had, let's see here, where was it? I believe that was right in here. Right here. So I had a break on this red bar below a Midas curve, and I made an attempt at a short trade right here, because even though there was some support, there was the potential of it breaking lower, and so I thought it was going to go for a test at least down into this area. So I took that and got stopped out. Took a small loss there, and then got stopped out, and then I re-entered on the long side right in there, and so that I believe. Let me just try to line up our time frames here. Let's see here. So 749, 13, 7. Yeah, okay. So I got short right in here and then got stopped out and reversed it to long right here. So that's how that lined up with that. So we got long right in here, stopped out on part of the position here with a tiny loss, and then took a profit on a couple contracts. So there was 4 contracts, exited one at a loss, and then got. Looks like I may have re-entered. I think I entered more than once here. It's a little bit hard the way that they do the chart here, but you get the idea. So I got stopped out on one part of it, and then stopped out on a profit, profit target. Got in again here and stopped out. You want to try to limit losses, so stopped out and then long again, and then obviously nice profit target, and then re-entered long again, took another profit, and then we had a nice pullback into here and hit our profit, and then I got long again, profit target. The last trade that I just showed you corresponded to this pullback right in here, and the reason The reason for this trade was this red Midas line. You can see it pulled back right into that line, and I'll get into why I was using this line here um, a little bit later. But that was part of my reasoning for that particular trade. Um, so you can see, I mean, this is just, it's good to look back at, um, what could have happened. This could have just been a chart that I went back to look at, but having some evidence of being able to trade it in live in real time is obviously really handy. And so I was trading 3 and 4 contracts, um, which you have to be really careful when you're trading that many contracts because that can go against you really easily. Um, I didn't make every trade perfectly. I got stopped out a few times. You can see my net was 462.50, and this all transpired over what is that? A 30 minute, basically a 30-minute period of time right there, and that's kind of the ideal. And then you can see if I had continued to trade. Um, Again, up in here, we tested a really nice level on the 10-minute. We came up right below this 10-minute level, the horizontal blue line, and stalled out right up in there. And on the volume chart, we tested it also. We also pushed up into there with volume, and then it stalled out. And there's some other things in here I could comment on, like we've got um, two key reversal bars. So it tested up and then backed off, tested up, backed off. That's another good sign that we might be headed the other way. And then we had, I mean, basically the perfect reversal signals right in here. Um, Again, really nice trade. So we could have, taken our net for the day up into the, $800-900 range this morning, just in this short window of time here. And then let's just see what else occurred. So this was a potential trade right here, and if you had taken it, it would have broken the high. So, you might have taken a small loss there, but you can see compared to this last move down, that's a small loss. And then the next potential setup was here, but it did not get triggered. So no trade there. And then our next signal right here, we had an opportunity at some profit and, a break even, or depending on our our analysis of the other. Actually, I just want to take a look here. So yeah, that's 9 o'clock. So let's just look at the 10-minute support. Came right back into the Midas support area. So in a situation like that, it's a good idea to put on a fewer contracts and be able to weather a little bit more of a pullback, like in here. And let's just take a look. Yeah, so this pullback did kind of break our support from this time frame. Let's just take a look here. Again, so this dip, 907. Yeah, you can see this. Let me just move this a little bit. This pullback right here didn't have any real visible reason to stay in on this chart, just because it kind of broke through momentarily the Midas support. But if we were paying attention to potential support over here, you can see it came down and touched right on our potential support line, and then boom, right back above the Midas line here. So this trade, you definitely would want to take it if you were long in here. It was worth holding because of this potential support. But if we got into, I'm hoping you guys, I'm not talking too fast here, but if we gotten in here, hopefully took a little bit of profit, and you could use that profit to weather a little bit of this pullback with the other contract or 2 or 3, depending on how many we took off over here. But even if we got stopped out, we had an opportunity to get right back in right here for this next move up. And anyway, just wanted to make this a quick intro. This is on a short time frame. It also works on longer term time frames. So want to apply this to daily bars, and the idea is that we get 5 or 10 guys. We each take 10 to 20 or 30 markets and just flip through quickly each day to see if we're sort of having a setup like this on a daily time frame. Because that's where you can make really good money without having to sit and watch the screen all day long. All right, there will be more later.